So I'm going to do a video explain how these two gauges are mounted behind my steering wheel behaved. So let's talk about them. So these are the gauges are mounted. These are aftermarket. So this one is a Bosch tachometer. You can see the one behind stopped working, so I mounted this one. And this is GPS control speedometer. This is tachometer. This is speedometer. So this my speedometer also failed. The factory ones, so I know how to install this. They are electronics, electrically controlled. So now let's start with this, the Bosch. This Bosch tachometer performed perfectly well. It did not matter how the speed, it did not matter how sunny the weather was. You can see the sun is hitting them directly. It didn't matter. At no point did it cough or make misbehave or give wrong reading or nothing. Performed very well at all this weather, the distance, no matter how long the engine was on. It was reading perfectly well, giving me the perfect. In fact, it's just the best. You know, go out, if you want this particular tachometer model, go to the video where I did installation. I showed the model number so I can order it, and I think I also put where I order it from Amazon, so you can probably order your own from there too. So I think I put the link from that seller on the Amazon there on my YouTube channel. So now, worked well. The only issue, necessary issue, the only disadvantage a little is the backlight is not that bright. So at night, you will still be seeing it at night, but it's just that in your mind, you're already getting used to where the 3000 is, where 4000 is, where 5000 is. So you will be seeing this red indicator. So any place you are, you know, okay, it's terrible, but you won't really be able to see the figure. So that's the only issue I have with this. It doesn't, at night, it doesn't illuminate very well, not very clear. That you won't be able to see all these figures anymore, except this red indicator. You will know, yeah, this is where it is. So that's the only downside to this. It's not that well lit at night. Now this is a GPS control speedometer. You know, it reads very well, gives you accurate speed. The mileage performed well. The mileage recording was recording it well, nothing, no disruption, no crash of the software. At night, this thing, even if you are at the back seat, you'll be seeing everything perfectly clear here. All the figures, every indicator, the mileage, everything, you'll be seeing it very clear. So they really did a good job on this speedometer. But here is the problem. I think I noticed it, it was not the first day. It was the second day or the third day. I think it was the third day while I was in Enugu. I went to co-camp and parked the car. You can see where it is. So normally, when I park the car, before I even went to trip, I only use this thing to cover here. I didn't know, I just don't want light to be hitting it, you know. So what happened when I went to co-camp, the weather was hot, I packed it and left. I didn't cover it. After like an hour or two, I came back, started the car. This thing jumped up, as you know it normally does. But stopped. It went up, it did not come down again. Now stayed at 200. I was like, wow, what's going on? Started driving. Instead of it to be, it was just reading the backward. So, you know, normally as the speed is increasing, vehicle speed will be going up. So it's like it was started behaving as if it was 0 from 200. So it started going like this. So the more I increase speed, the more I go like this. I was like, damn, what is it? I was like, does it mean this thing has failed? Guess what? I drove it and eventually got somewhere, parked under a shade. I didn't still remember to put this carton to cover it. But where I parked it, the sun was not hitting it anymore. So I went, I think I drove to the bank shop. Enugu, the one at around that Opala Square, or before Opala Square, in the city. So I parked beside the building. So the building kind of covered, gave it a shade. So by the time I came back, started it, woof, it worked well. I started reading. I was like, wow, oh. So, because before it was directly under the sun, all this while I've been using this thing for how long before I went on the trip. I always covered it, even when there is sun. The sun is very, very, it's too much. It didn't happen until I now left it uncovered. It now hit it, and so it started working. I think the third day it happened again. I drove to somewhere to visit someone, somewhere around the one. Yeah, it was on the third day. So I parked the car, still under the sun, left it, went and met the person, we had discussion, stayed there for close to 2 hours, came back again, started the car. This time around, he now jumped up and stayed somewhere like 100. Also, I said, man, drove it. But what I noticed was with the AC, once you start the car, drive it for long, and the AC is cooling, after a while, you notice it will start dropping, start responding. So, then on my way back to Abuja on the 5th day, even though I did not park the car, but of course I can see sun is hitting here, from the windscreen. When I got to that part of the road, I think before Ogogo or something, Kogi State, that bypass, it started behaving that way. I now realized that sun was started hitting it, so it didn't matter whether I parked the car or not. As long as sun started hitting this thing, it will start behaving that way. I was like, damn. So I don't remember what happened. I think what happened was eventually I drove to somewhere and parked to ease myself or something. I can't remember. So I now used this carton and covered it. So by the time I came back, 10 minutes later, started the car, it started working. So, but what I now did was, instead of leaving it like this, so I now shifted it. It has an adjustment. I shifted it, it now stayed close to like this. So even though sun is hitting, it's no longer hitting here. It's hitting behind. For some reason, it didn't have that problem again. It did not have that issue again till I got to Abuja. So that's the only issue with this. It doesn't like heat. That sun affects it. And I've been looking at how do I prevent sun from touching it while I'm driving. It's going to be very difficult. There's no other place. Where can you mount it without sun getting to it? This one doesn't care about no matter how hot, no matter how sunny, no matter what, it still works. The tachometer, the Bosch tachometer. But this one, So, like I said, this is how I've been closing it. Let me show you guys. You can see. So, that's how I've been. Even before I went on the trip, this is how I've been doing that. And it's not as if something crossed my mind and say, hey, that they wrote on it that sun will affect it. Just that I was like, it's not good to just leave this thing and sun will be hitting directly. It's an electronics, let me cover it. So that's why I didn't experience it for weeks or whatever before I went back on the trip, or even months. I've forgotten when I mounted those two electronics. So that's the experience I had. So in terms of feedback with the tachometer, Bosch tachometer performed absolutely well. Unfortunately for this one, it performed. Funny thing, that time the speedometer, this thing stopped reading, stopped going up and down. The mileage was still reading, the mileage was counting. That's what I mean. It was still counting. So it didn't affect the mileage. It was counting and saving, but the vehicle speed refused to work. until it cooled off a little. So it's something I have to live with, you know. So I'm not going to change the speedometer because of that, you know. So at least that's the feedback. So if you intend to buy one, at least know what to expect. If you have a way to mount it so that sun doesn't touch there, good for you. As far as 505 is concerned, there's no place you can mount it here and sun will not come from windscreen and touch it. So there's nothing you can do. The best you can do is just the way I'm doing it, just be covering it when you park. And but I notice it helps a lot when the AC is on. But even at that, it just doesn't like that sun, because even if the AC is on, as long as it's heating it there, after a while, it just stops breathing. That's what you mean. It may move, maybe get to 80 or 90 or 100 kilometers per hour. Once that sun gets a point, you stop accelerating, reduce the vehicle speed. You see that it still stays at 100. It won't come down until you park the car or you cover it for a while. Then suddenly it may start working. Or the AC stays, as AC is on, after some time, maybe it will cool it a little, then it starts to work again. So that's the feedback on that. So I don't know if it makes sense for those who might be interested. So that's the feedback in the journey concerning the tachometer, the Bosch tachometer, and the GPS speedometer. You know, GPS speedometer, I got it from AliExpress. So I think I put the link in the description, but I'm not regretting. It works perfectly well. The only thing disadvantage with this one, it doesn't have a trip meter, which would have made sense. You know, my own, I had to now do calculations by subtracting the mileage before I left for the trip with the one that when I got back from the trip, what was found there. So there are some you can find that has both trip meter and the mileage, so that you don't need to bother checking your mileage anymore to know distance covered on a trip or in a trip. So you can use the trip meter to check. I just saw this one. I saw those ones before, but this one, I kind of like the design, how it is, and I think I read the feedback too, the feedback on the seller side, and it had good reviews. So I was like, okay, let me go with what they praised than the one that maybe did not have any review. I might buy it, I may not give me that because of the trip meter. I mean, the trip meter, you only use it when you're on a journey. If you're driving in the city, use it. I mean, who cares about that? So in this case, yeah, I would say the trip meter makes sense if you want to embark on a journey. You don't need to be doing that calculation, you know. But for me, it's better thing, the one that lasts, trip meter or not trip meter. Maybe let's assume if something happens to this one, maybe stop working or whatever reason, maybe the next one I'll buy might be the one with trip meter, you know. So anyway, hope it makes sense. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one.